Welcome back.
Hey guys, hope you're doing well. We are back with another video.
That we are.
This is kind of impromptu because we were just kind of thinking about videos to do, and we just kind of were randomly thinking, why don't we just do like what we wish we would have told our younger selves? And there's probably a lot, and man,
Honestly, there's probably like some big themes that I can think of, like just a few big things.
yeah, that everything falls under. All the mistakes or whatever you want to call it, all the things that we would have done differently fall under. That's very true.
Yeah.
So what are your themes, Brittany?
Believe in yourself.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because there's going to be people that are going to say negative things and not going to believe in you. And a lot of these things that I'm going to mention now still apply to my life now. They just look different. So there's going to be people that aren't going to believe in you. And there's going to be temptations to not believe in yourself and think less of yourself than you are. Oh man, I'm preaching to myself right now.
This is literally what we're walking through right now.
Yes. Actually. We were literally, before this video, we're like, oh, we're not in the best place. Just be real with you guys.
Yeah.
But we feel led to be consistent with this. And me just talking this out in this video is like preaching to myself. But anyway, there's going to be times that you're not going to want to believe in yourself, or in your mind, the evidence is like, no, you're not good enough, but the Lord says something different, and he says you are good enough. And even when you fall, even when you fail, get back up, because you can do this. You got this. Like, Jesus got you. You don't have to give up on yourself.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much this me talking to me right now.
Right.
And another thing is, you don't have to be like everybody else.
We were actually talking about this theme earlier with me.
Yes, actually we were.
Oh my gosh, like 5 minutes ago.
You don't have to be like everyone else. Just because everyone else does something a certain way doesn't mean you have to. You can be yourself. And that's beautiful and that's good. The way you love Jesus, the way you walk out your life,
that you express yourself,
the way you express
the
yourself,
things that you like.
They don't have to be like everybody else. And actually, when you're your authentic self, that's when you attract people to you, because honestly, everyone else is acting. And people actually appreciate when you're genuine. So being yourself and being true to who you actually are attracts the right people to you.
Yeah. And you, like, honestly, when you pretend to be someone you're not, you do end up losing yourself. And then you hit this, like, crisis, this, like, life crisis of, like, who am I? What am I doing? Like, because you have completely lost, that the essence of who you are. And I think sometimes, like, in society, we are conditioned to be a certain type of way. Like, we all need to have, these 3 or 5 things, and we all have to like this type of stuff. We all have to, look like this, or do these activities, or whatever. Our life has to be patterned in the same way. And so that really, like, messes with that. Like, you start to lose your uniqueness. You start to lose the essence of who you are, just trying to fit in line with this mold that we created within our culture. And so, for me, I was actually talking to Brittany about this earlier, like, having to break through that mold and, like, to be uniquely myself in every atmosphere, no matter if that causes tension or, like, if that makes people uncomfortable, because, sometimes you're in different atmospheres where, let's say, you're the only Black person in the, group. There's a different perspective that comes with that.
There's a different culture.
There's a different culture, a different background, and there's nothing wrong with that. And, being fully that person in those environments can make other people uncomfortable because they're not used to it. And they, they're used to their mindset, and everyone else is kind of thinking the same way. But, that is who you are. That is a part of who you are. and you don't want to lose that no matter who you're around. And honestly, when people get offended at you because you don't fit in their mold, it's actually a really good thing. Like you being able to be that one that makes those waves, that makes a change, that makes people think differently, have a different perspective, be open to different things. It really is a good thing, and it starts to break down some of those societal like norms that we're placed in. But it's brave to stand up and be like, this is who I am, and I know that this may be different for you or may make you feel uncomfortable, but I'm not going to forsake who I am for anyone. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of what I'm walking through. One of the things I'm walking through right now. So it's kind of fun that we're doing this. And one of the other things that we've talked about that I would say, well, a couple things. I would say, don't worry about what other people think about you, which kind of goes along with what we were saying before. Stop wasting time worrying about what other people think about you, because everybody's gonna have an opinion, and you just need to be yourself. Yeah. And honestly, when you are that way, you're the one, like Brittany was saying, that it's attractive to people because you're choosing not to fall into that. You're choosing to lead, to be fully, express who you are in your fullness, become fully alive. Mm-hmm. And those people are the people that people want to lead. They're looking at them. They want to. They're inspired by that. Yeah. Yeah. So I would say stop wasting all that time thinking about what other people think about you, because you can't change their opinion. You just need to be yourself. Yeah. And their opinion really doesn't matter. Like, stop submitting yourself and who you are to other people, because they will run your life. Mm-hmm. You will never be enough. You will never be enough. You cannot please everyone. You will never be enough. And you take control over who you are, and you present yourself to the world. And don't just like wait for people to give you permission to be yourself. You be yourself. Yeah. And make them make everyone else fall in line with that. This is what I'm bringing to the table. Mm-hmm. And if you don't want to be my friend, then you don't have to be. Truth. Right. I don't need anything from anybody else. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's that.
Yeah, family walking around. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. But anyways, like that, we both have a history of experiencing a lot of rejection. Mm-hmm. And it makes you feel like you need people, like you need them to love you. You need their acceptance. And you have Jesus, and for me, like, I have Jesus, and I have my sister. I have people that love me for who I am. I don't need things. Mm-hmm. I don't need you to love me. I'm not gonna wait for you to like me. I'm gonna be who I am. So yeah, I would say, definitely don't waste time caring about what other people think. Also, don't waste time beating yourself up for mistakes.
Sting.
Yes, we were talking about this too, because this is applying to both of us right now. We have spent so much time trying to be perfect, like literally, because it's what you're taught. Don't let them see you sweat. You can't look weak in front of anybody. You have to look like you have it all together. That is such a lie. Stop it.
And not only that, is like when you live under the pressure of that, and then when you do mess up, you have shame, mm-hmm. and then that perpetuates that shame, and that heaviness that comes over you, mm-hmm. perpetuates the mistakes and keeps you in this cycle, and you feel trapped in a cycle and keeps you feeling condemned and ashamed. Yeah. And it's not of God, and it's like breaking through and allowing Jesus into that space of like, he's the perfect one. Mm-hmm. I need to release this. I need to give my weakness to him, and I need to lean on his strength. And that's when you actually become strong. Right. And sometimes that's hard, because you're always conditioned. I mean, from like school, like I'm not one of those people that are like, give everyone a blue ribbon, everyone wins. But I'm actually also not the type of person that's like, you have to get 100% or you're worthless, mm-hmm. So because that mindset, even in school, if you don't get the top grades, or you don't do this, or you're not the best athlete, then it conditions yourself that when you do mess up, that you're worthless, and that thought of worthlessness perpetuates actually the thing you're trying to break from.
Yeah, it's true. Like one of the things that I will say is that, first of all, we're human. We were created this way. We were created to have faults, to make mistakes. It's not some,
Weakness.
yeah, to have weakness. Like, I mean, we talk about this all the time. Adam and Eve, and even the garden with, the Lord, they didn't have anything. Everything they had was provided by the Lord. And they had that, there was that expectancy of like, I am a weak individual and I'm in need. And I don't have to look strong. This is what this whole thing was supposed to be about. I don't have to look strong to try to impress anyone. I'm actually in need all the time. And that is a very hard thing for us. We want to look good. We want to feel like, we want people to see us as we got everything together. But when you really allow yourself to be a human, to allow your weaknesses to show, that's really the most powerful and the most beautiful moments is when you see someone that's not just this robot, that like
that's not real anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But is a real human being, is allowing themselves to be that way. And also I will say, like, when you are so stuck on, being perfect or doing everything perfectly, you rob yourself of growth. Mm-hmm. You don't allow yourself to make mistakes or try new things because you're scared of looking a certain type of way. You don't want to look bad. So if I know I'm not that great at sports, then I'm not going to go play volleyball with you guys because I don't want to be embarrassed. It's like, no, I'm robbing myself of personal growth when I do things like that. I'm robbing myself of joy when I choose to, avoid at all costs any type of embarrassment or me not looking good or trying to please other people. And I just rob myself of really living, of the full journey. So, I mean, we're saying that to you guys, of course. That's something that we're working on even now. And you guys will see some of that on, Fully Alive. It's something that we're having to bravely do. Like, even with, Brittany's doing dance, I'm doing piano. I'm just started. I'm not that great at the piano. Like, I'm really, really not, So, but I want you guys to be able to see that. And I'm challenging myself to have the courage to be like, this wasn't that great, but I'm still going to let you see it because this is honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think right now I'm at the point of surrender, of like realizing that I've been, and this is be another thing I would tell my younger self, that I'm coming back to this lesson again, that I cannot work myself to death because I fall to pieces and things slip in the cracks because I am not a robot, and you don't need to be a robot. You can be human. And when you live from a place of peace and where you have your priorities in order, where you're setting aside time for the Lord and your spiritual growth, and you're setting aside time just to relax, just to sit down, and you're setting aside time to be with family and friends and just doing the things so your mental and emotional health is good, mm-hmm. that you actually need to do. Because there's been times where I didn't do that and I literally have made myself sick, and I'm learning how important it is to have my priorities straight, where I am taking care of myself. And I would tell my younger self just that it's okay to set aside time, that, all these things you're concerned about and worried about, God's got you. You really don't need to like work so hard and beat yourself up so much, because Jesus got all of this. So why are you fighting so hard? And when you beat yourself up and you're fighting for whatever, you actually are doing yourself a disservice. When you're working over and over and burning yourself out, you're actually doing yourself a disservice in the long run, mm-hmm. because you'll reach that point of burnout and then you're like, why was I doing all of this? Mm-hmm. So I would tell myself then and telling myself now, and because I'm there, I've reached that point, and having to again go to Jesus and be like, I'm weak. I need you to be strong in me, and I need that time to just relax, and that's good. That's good. It's necessary.
Yeah. Side note, I just burped. I don't know if you guys heard that, but
I definitely heard that.
I held it in. Usually when we're like around our friends and family, I just let it all out. So maybe I'll start doing that with you guys. But
yeah, it's more authentic.
Not like, just up here, not down there. No, not my
fart.
Yeah, not the flatulence. No. We don't let that out. We hold that in. But I do burp. Shut up. Golly.
I'm not even talking about you.
She does that.
That's what I'm talking about.
She lets it out.
Here you go.
Honestly, like when she started going to college, she had a friend, Deanna. I hope you're watching this. Deanna is the sweetest, like, woman. Like, she is so sweet. But Brittany, with her freshman year of college, came home. And Deanna is like, she talks like so soft like this, but she burps like a dude, like a straight up man,
like a huge football player.
And so I was like, when I heard it, I was like, because they came over, her and a bunch of her friends came over to our house. They were in town for some like gospel choir thing that they were doing, and they came to eat, and so we picked them all up in this van. And she was just talking, like this. And then all of a sudden she burped. I'm like, and I mean, that's not even, it was like, oh my gosh, it was so deep. But being around them, they burped all the time, very openly. Mm-hmm. And so Mom was like, I didn't teach you to do that, Brittany. I taught you to be a lady, to hold all that in. What did our friend Jose? He said, that's not very queen-like. One of our other friends burped. He said it's not very queen-like. But anyways, and it's not. But this is who I am a queen, and this is who I am. Yeah. So you're going to get some burps in there, too.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Yeah, I didn't start burping and farting until...
Outwardly. Why are we telling you guys all of this?
It's so strange.
I guess it's just, free for all.
Right.
Whatever. But yeah,
until college.
I was a closet burper and farter. Women don't do that.
That is a lie.
It is. It's such deception, seriously. One of our friends literally thought that women do not burp or fart because his mother never burped or farted around him. So he thought like it was only a dude thing until he got married. Now that is wrong. I don't know who his mom is. I never met her. Probably a sweet lady. But don't set him up for that failure. Anyways. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of... Now we're telling funny stories. Maybe we should make this like a second video. I don't know. But one of our friends, Danica, should I tell people's names? Oh, well, whatever. And don't get mad at me. She probably won't. She probably won't care that much. But she had such bad morning sickness. One time, I wasn't there. Kat told us about it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, okay. It was like, I think Micaiah with her first son. And she was over their house and she puked all over the bathroom, like everywhere. And then after she was done, she was like, Chris! And that's her husband. And so he had to come in there and clean.
Yeah, I remember this now.
Oh my gosh, Chris, you're MVP.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Yeah, but anyways.
Great people.
Yeah. So anyways, why are we talking about women? Funny stories.
I don't know how we like...
burping and throwing up and all that stuff. We do all of those things, I know. Like, for all the people that
did not know, apparently.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, we do all those things. But yeah, we were talking about how I burped in the middle of you talking. That's why.
Oh, yeah. And then we just went off on a bunny trail.
Yeah, we tend to do that stuff. Poor Alyssa. One of our friends, we do this all the time. Like, we'll, like, be planning to go to, like, a restaurant or something and trying to pick a restaurant to go to. And we'll start talking about something random. Me, Brittany, and Mags usually, or whoever else is there. And like we won't get up for like an hour and just start talking about stuff. And then she'll be like, so, okay, where are we eating at again? I'm like, oh yeah,
that's what
we were hungry, weren't we? And then she'll wait probably for another hour while we go on about something else. Poor thing. Then she just leaves and says, okay, I'm going to meet you guys there whenever you get there. Yeah, we're sorry. Yeah. That's kind of how we are. But this was a cool video.
turned into something we didn't expect.
Yeah, but we have a lot of advice to probably give our younger selves, like a whole lot. This was just part one. Some of this stuff also came because we're learning this as our older selves in the current moment. So we're walking this out together. You know, we becoming fully alive. Mm-hmm.
So like, comment, subscribe. We becoming fully alive.
I love y'all. Peace.